Recording? Excellent. So we're doing a real simple air roasted Cornish hen. Delicious like that. See, it's got a good color to it. It's nice and juicy. You can see the juices running. It's cooked all the way to temp. As a matter of fact, it was a little past the FDA approved temp of 165. It read 175 when I tested it with the thermometer. And okay, so this is how we're gonna do it. It's just you take one of these little Cornish hens, and you can use a knife or you can rip it with your hands if you are a big, strong cat. But I always like using scissors, and just cut it like that, and let all the good blood and juices kind of thing run out of the bag, so that I'm not dealing with a lot of blood and juices. Try to drain most of it before I start working with it. Okay. And then, so I don't get the counter messy and have to sanitize the whole counter, and so I can have a nice, easy place to work. I use this pan, just any old cookie sheet pan, and we're gonna turn it over. Put the breast side down, and we're gonna cut it right here by the butt, and go straight down the spine like that. Just like that. And it's real easy with a nice pair of kitchen shears, okay? And then take it here, put your thumbs here, kind of underneath the wing joints a little bit inside, and snap that. That way you can lay it fat when you cook it. Put it right in the air fryer, just like that. You can press it down a little bit more, flatten it a little more, you know, just like that. So then I'll just take a few paper towels, pat it dry. Okay. Pat this side dry. This was on the inside, so it's not really that wet. It's just moist a little bit. Okay. Get up that moisture. All right. This is a good time, if there are any little feathers, to go ahead and take those out. And there we have it. Here's the butt. That's the favorite piece. Here's a neck if you like skin and a tiny bit of meat. Some people discard those. You can cut those right off and discard the neck and the butt and just have the wings here, your breast here, and your leg and thighs. You can pause for a second, or you can keep rolling and we can edit this out.
All right.
So next I sanitize my hands as to not contaminate my olive oil bottle and my salt and pepper. So I'm going to use one hand to pour and shake, and I'm going to use the other hand to rub it in, to massage it in. And it's just real simple like that. And I find some coarse salt and some ground black pepper is all you need. If you want to, you can do thyme is really good with chicken. especially if you have fresh herbs. Thyme is really good. Rosemary is really good. You can use dry herbs of thyme and rosemary. They taste good too. But they'll have like an actual little crunch. They'll cook in a fryer and be hard instead of like with fresh herbs. They'll be just soft and sink into the food. So just pour a little bit of olive oil on it. And, some things you saute, you're not really going to taste it, so it's not worth using fancy olive oil. This is going to be right there on the skin. It's going to be right one of the first things you taste besides the seasoning. So a pretty decent olive oil. It's not expensive, but a nice, the Whole Foods brand of olive oil. Cold pressed extra virgin olive oil. For most stuff, you don't need extra virgin. Everything says extra virgin and you use extra virgin. But for most sauteing stuff, like you won't really taste the difference. So it's a little bit, I don't know, superfluous is the only word I can think of, but a little bit much. It's not necessary. All right. Then we're gonna season it with a little black pepper. Get everywhere. Nice and seasoned. And then a little bit of coarse salt. I'm using Morton's Himalayan coarse salt, but you can use whatever is your favorite brand of coarse salt. Kosher salt is usually coarse, comes in a box. If you want to really splurge, you can get the Maldano, I think it is, flaky salt, sea salt. That's really nice. It has a little bit of crunch. It's not like crunching big cubes of coarse salt. It's just like little flakes, little crunchy flakes of salt that pop in your mouth. So you just a little bit of coarse salt on them, season them really well. And the whole thing about cooking is you just want to be intentional about everything you do, you know. Think about what you're doing at every step, you know, and respect your ingredients, you know, care for the ingredients. You can rub that in a little bit. Hey, chicken, how you doing? And put some love in it, because love is the main ingredient. Once you got that going, it's going to be a good meal. Remember, this is my uncontaminated hand, so I'm going to go ahead and move this chicken out of the way. Set that there for a second. And already pre-warmed the air fryer. So we're just going to set this bird in here and try to spread it out. Okay, like so. It's a little bit cramped, but it's a little bit spread out. And just put that in the air fryer. Set it for about 25 minutes. And this is 25 minutes. Oh, you know what? At 400 or 350, I had it at 325 last time. I had to cook it a little bit longer. I didn't know why it was browning. I forgot I had turned it down to cook something else. But at 350 or 400 for about 25 minutes, you're gonna have a nice brown, delicious, juicy bird. And that's how you make Cornish hen in the air fryer. It's as easy as that, and it's delicious. You're gonna love it. You're gonna think you're eating gourmet food, and it was that simple. It took me 10, 15 minutes to do, and you can do it too.